So I just rewatched all the John Wick movies because of the new one, and I had to know just how they did those crazy stunts. How long do they practice? Is that really Keanu? What would I need to study to become a master assassin? I mean, do they just give Keanu like a fake gun and say, go? I want to know what's the difference between a John Wick fight scene and all the other fight scenes out there that don't look nearly as good. According to the director behind the Citizen Kane of gunfights, Chad Stahelski, it comes down to essentially one thing: preparation. A ton of the movie's budget often goes to fancy hotels, food, and other services that don't really have to do with the movie itself. For Stahelski, all that is out the window. He wants to spend all that cash on being more prepared than anyone else in Hollywood. According to him, the typical 3 or so weeks people spend on making fight scenes is ridiculous. He knows of no one who becomes world-class at something in 3 weeks. Instead, those fast-paced sequences are prepared over a period of months, if not years. The team behind the scenes will beat up the script until the action beats are just perfect. Then they'll design each and every action sequence over a painstaking process of violent brainstorming. Then the actors train for months with not just the best stunt team out there, but actual mercenaries who do this kind of thing in real life. Finally, when it comes time for my man Chad to shoot that scene, they have got it in like 5 or so days of shooting. Of course, there's another step after that you might be surprised about. All these movies might look so real that they could basically be a documentary series about Keanu's side gig as a super assassin, but they have a lot more CGI than you think. Before I break your heart showing you the CGI behind the scenes, be sure to like and subscribe real quick. That's what Keanu would do. Probably. Okay, so it's super impressive when you see a really cool CGI alien character like Thanos or an entire city get destroyed in an epic CGI battle. That's not the best CGI though. No, trust me, the best CGI is the CGI you can't even spot. When you think of the John Wick movies, you think of gritty stunt work, not computer-generated action. It's not Fast and Furious. Well, guess what? The CGI in the John Wick series is phenomenal. The digital effects team is always working in the background, sometimes literally on the backgrounds. Many of the over-the-top locations in the film that they have these over-the-top fight scenes in are actually in front of a green screen. Though the shot that truly blew my mind was when I saw the big Keanu Reeves motorcycle chase/fight from John Wick Chapter 3 was full of CGI. Keanu may have been on a motorcycle, but he wasn't actually racing through New York City having sword fights at like 80 miles per hour. I mean, I'm sure he does that all the time in his off hours, but not in the movie. He's certainly trained enough for it. Can you even imagine John Wick with anyone other than Keanu?
Not really.
Well, that really couldn't have happened because the way those movies are shot pretty much require someone with Keanu Reeves' levels of training to do it right. Most action movies like this feature quick cuts or special tricks to hide the stunt performers switching out. A John Wick fight scene keeps the camera on Wick himself and just pans around with him as he delivers carnage left and right in a ballet of blood and bullets. There's really no way to hide a stuntman's switch, so Keanu Reeves is doing it like 90% of the time. That means he's pretty much got to have enough skills to be a pro assassin in real life. Seriously, look at this dude running through the gun range with Halle Berry. If he ever needed to retire from acting, he could have a legit career as an assassin that would probably be at John Wick's level. There's no way 90% of real-world assassins have this kind of skill. As you can see, that requires months of judo training, weapons training, driving training, all as prep work. That's just to provide general knowledge and muscle memory. After watching him do all his training, I want to see him fight Tom Hardy in a real judo match. $20 on Reeves. After he gets his training down, then he has to do incredible amounts of rehearsal so that the fights look just right. For the 4th film, he had to train for 3 months to get all the choreography down. That included learning new skills like nunchucks and more driving techniques. What's truly insane is that he had to combine all his skills into one next-level stunt in Paris. While driving, he's got to do a reverse 180, drift around the Arc de Triomphe, reload his gun, and then fire out the door, all with the kind of precision we would expect from Mr. Wick. I mean, if they let him do all that, what would they not let him do? Knowing that Keanu Reeves does 90% of the stunts in the Wick movies makes me want to know, when is it not Keanu Reeves? I'm the kind of fan who watches The Mandalorian and tries to figure out when The Mandalorian is actually Pedro Pascal under there instead of his stunt doubles, Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder. Truth be told, it's pretty easy to tell when it's not Keanu. Just look at any instant where John Wick is hit with a car, nearly lit on fire, or thrown around excessively. Because while directors may have to have a panic attack watching Tom Cruise fling himself and the actual film into horrible danger, Chad Stahelski has no interest in being the guy who offs Keanu Reeves. Don't get me wrong, he's nothing but praise for Reeves and his stunt cred. Stahelski used to be a stunt guy, one who actually stunted for Keanu during the Matrix movies. And he actually said when it comes to driving a car, handling a gun, or remembering fight choreography, Reeves is actually better than most pro stunt performers out there, including himself. So he feels pretty comfortable with Reeves doing all that dangerous stuff. Just anytime you see Mr. Wick get thrown off a building, wrecking a car, getting stabbed, getting slammed into something, or just generally beaten to a pulp, that's probably his stunt double. You don't notice it because that next-level CGI team edits out the stunt performer's face and puts in Keanu's. That's all well and good, but if I was in one of those dangerous scenes and I didn't get to work with Keanu, I'd be so mad. According to pretty much everyone, he is a joy to work with. Of course, the only question I really want answered is what it's like to work with Keanu Reeves on these movies. Unsurprisingly, it seems like it's pretty awesome. Lawrence Fishburne is the guy most likely to show up in a Keanu Reeves movie. He's seen Reeves go from Neo from The Matrix all the way to full Baba Yaga mode. As far as filming the Wick series goes, Fishburne didn't have the best time. I mean, don't get me wrong, he loves the series, and he loves the Bowery King, but making these movies is apparently super tedious and slow. No wonder he's done so much TV lately. As far as Reeves goes though, Fishburne basically said John Wick Chapter 4 was the most hardcore he's seen his old kung fu buddy go. He said the judo Reeves showed off was literally next level. That's Keanu's buddy though. How much can we trust his word really? Well, Donnie Yen, Ip Man himself, does not hold back when it comes to his American movies. He recently called out pretty much all the American films he's done from Rogue One to even John Wick 4, saying that they all tried to play up the same stereotypes that he had to put his foot down about. The man badmouthed his own movie right before its release date, so his word is pretty trustworthy. He actually said that his time with Keanu and Chad Stahelski was the best time he's had on a Hollywood movie. If Donnie Yen says that you're a nice guy to work with, you know it's true, because he would definitely tell everyone if it wasn't. If I could live in any action movie universe, it would 100% be the John Wick one. I want to deal out weird assassin coins with a bunch of cool tattooed goth people with creepy names. That's the dream, dude.